You want to know the secret to making 5, 10, 20x gains on little crypto coins? It's buying when the market is doing exactly what it's doing right now. And in this video, I'm going to give you a list of coins you need to be looking at and ready to scoop up right now or in a couple of days if what I think is going to happen is going to happen. It's going to be nasty, you need to know about. This is what everybody's looking at. This is what people in the big brain groups are preparing for. And if you're in a position to grab these coins, you're going to be in the position to do the most important thing in all of crypto, what we're all trying to achieve here. And that is going to Christmas dinner and rubbing your family and friends' faces and how much money you have made through your incredible foresight, your incredible superior investing skills, and how much money they have not made because they are simpletons who do not invest in crypto. And I'm going to skip the jokes today, guys, just a little bit. I know I really lay it on heavy in these videos, but what is happening right now is actually urgent. And if we don't take advantage of it right now and we don't look out for it, you're going to miss it. And then you will have to have normal family conversation instead of insulting everybody around you who doesn't invest in crypto. You don't want to be that guy, because we all know there's nothing more satisfying than calling Granny aside at Christmas dinner, putting your arm around her, whipping out your Coinbase account, and straight up dunking on her basic with these thick 2 a.m. red light altcoin gains. What am I doing with this channel? And so I'm going to help you out because, as you know, I am the most woke, empty house, crypto fat advice guy with a great body who is also PG and extremely family friendly. Bring your kids in the room, sit them down and tell them, look, this is what your father would look like if he had more testosterone in his body. And just like always, we're not going to be slowing down. We're greasing up, we're putting on our diapers, we're preparing, we're working on our glutes to grab these alts, take them from cross court, light the ball on fire, and dunk them, grind them, slam them down on noobs like our grandmother's faces. And that's exactly what we're going to do on this video. I don't have any more yucks to get into, and frankly, this has been a really weird intro rant. So you should follow me at ZSS Becker on Twitter if you want more remarks about dunking on your grandmother, or you just want to see coins I'm getting into a lot sooner, like PKR, which is up like 20x, Altura's up 40x, Cetify's up 10x. There isn't anything we haven't been talking about recently that's not up like a zillion percent. So you should follow me there to see things a lot sooner, because I don't always have time to put them in these videos. Let's just get past this intro and get into it. All right, guys. So first things first, let's talk about where the market's at. Now, look, we are dirtbags on this channel. We are pieces of shit. We would never invest in Bitcoin. This is far too conservative, far too normal, okay? We are people that like to take big Irish car bomb-like shots and get wasted on altcoin highs, okay? This is like drinking a shot of Mike's Hard Lemonade, which is fine for some people. Some people get a rush driving 5 miles per hour over the speed limit in their grandmother's minivan. Not us. But we need to understand that Bitcoin is the music of this game of musical chairs. It's the music of this market. And if we're caught playing the degenerate games that we play in altcoins, when this thing takes a crash, we're in a lot of trouble. So we need to understand what Bitcoin is doing. We don't need to always call Bitcoin, because it's actually extremely hard to call. Every other influencer can be like, I can tell you where Bitcoin's going. I'm going to tell you, I don't know, man. I don't know. All right. When this happened right here, everyone was like, oh man, 75K right around the corner. Yeah, that worked out real well. All right. Then Elon Musk was like, I farted today. And then Bitcoin exploded. So putting this back in perspective right here, we just need to be aware of what Bitcoin's doing. And I was on Twitter yesterday, and I don't think people are aware of what an old hag Bitcoin is. I don't think they've gotten to know the good old B to the C very well. Because I posted on Twitter yesterday that 55K, even 48K was on the table, and that's like that's a normal call. Because if you look at Bitcoin's history, like, you need to understand, Bitcoin is this old hag that invites people to her house. She has these fancy dinner parties, all right? And the second everybody in the house starts talking to everybody else and stops focusing on Bitcoin, she lifts up her skirt and farts ravagingly, aggressively on everybody, destroys the party, scares everybody. A few people die every single time, and then runs off down the hallway cackling as her social workers chase her around. She's a terrible hag, and you need to not thinking of old hag Bitcoin as your best buddy is a big old mistake, okay? Thinking big old hag Bitcoin is not going to lay a big fat turd on you multiple times as you try to make money is the goofiest thing ever. You need to understand that on our way to whatever moon boy prediction you have for your stupid coin, it's going to go down 30, 25% multiple times. This is the default. This is what's to be expected. If this doesn't happen, it's extremely weird. And if we look at Bitcoin's behavior the last few months, we have not seen any pain in the marketplace since 30K. Everyone has just been slapping butts and throwing parties for themselves since 30K. There's going to be a 30-35% dip coming up here, maybe 20 to 30%. So just expect that. And it's going to really lay a big hammer on altcoins. And we need to be aware as altcoin traders that what you want to do when you're trading altcoins is you want to be trading and exiting or selling between these right here. We don't go out and just try to ride the market to the top and hodl it. We try to sell in these waves. Okay, so right here we saw a massive gaming wave right here. Hopefully you were selling a lot up here. Okay, because now we're seeing everything cooling off. Now, I really don't see this market slowing down. I just don't. I'm usually really pessimistic about Bitcoin, but inflation is just out of control, and financial currency is just out of control as well right now. I don't know what's going to slow it down. I just don't. Besides a financial crisis or Tether getting busted or something like that, I don't know what's going to stop Bitcoin from constantly going up. So, in my opinion right here, we could see Bitcoin go a lot lower, and it's going to eviscerate alts, but eventually the market's going to do the same thing it always does right here and just yin-yang back up. Okay. Again, this could have been the top right here. There's no reason why 69K couldn't have been the top. And, you know, we can watch this right here, and just like a Cardano holder asking his wife for action, Bitcoin got a big old nice juicy rejection right here, even mocked and then sent to sleep on the couch just for even considering doing such a thing. Cardano holders know what that's like. The rest of us, not so much. And one really nasty pattern I'm seeing right here that I saw back in May was you see this thing where like Bitcoin hits a high and it hits like a slightly higher high, but doesn't really go much higher. And then just poof. Okay. And so we didn't really see, we saw a top right here, and then we saw this bounce up right here. And so this kind of irks me as well. Okay. Usually you want to see something like this where it goes up and it goes way up and then goes down, way up and then down. Okay. And so that's usually what I'm looking for in the healthiness sector. This is looking almost like it's talking off. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. But my expectation is that we're going to keep going up. And so I'm operating off of that while taking aggressive profits. So as you guys know, in this, so as you guys know in these videos, I like to go and kind of work my way down the altcoin calls so you can kind of pick the level of risk you want to choose. So if we're looking at coins we're going to be buying right now as everything's kind of like bobbling around, or we're definitely going to be looking at in a big old dip, is we want to be looking again at Solana and I would say AVAX. These are just going to do really well this bull run. Solana is going to catch up. I think it's going to be right underneath Ethereum. Now, that also being said, I know some of you guys watching this channel, maybe you're the type of person that likes to watch. You like to watch everybody else get action except for you. So if you don't want to be making the gains right now, I might actually suggest a coin called Cardano. It's also known as Fluff McCuck in some circles, but what Cardano excels at is actually getting this big old diluted market cap and then giving all that market cap back to the market on other layer ones because it wants to see all the layer ones get action. You see, Cardano's kind of like a Ken doll at an orgy. He's not really there to get anything done because he can't, but he's there to watch everybody else partying. So you can see Cardano's been making extremely strong 1 and 2, 3% gains and then just giving them right back every single time because Cardano is a giver, he's a fluffer, and he cares about you. So look, if you're a person who likes to give better than receive, you should really consider stopping on by Fluff and Cucks Cardano, the one-stop shop for not making any money in crypto, and it's putting your hard-earned gains there so everyone in Polkadot and Solana and AVAX can enjoy them because you're a great guy like that. Anyways, moving on. That's where I would be looking at. And if I'm going down a little bit lower, I'd be looking at Polygon because I think Ethereum's about to keep running, and when Ethereum runs super hard, Polygon runs super hard, and by all means, Ethereum really needs Polygon right now. Ethereum's just shattering at the hole. If you try and use MakerMask, like send money, you're going to be bankrupt unless you're a millionaire. Okay, so like Ethereum, I don't even know what's going on with that thing. But anyways, I would be putting money into Polygon as well. I think it's going to run big time, especially when gaming crypto picks up. Now, the system I have the most faith in is actually Polkadot, but I know the most about Polkadot, so I don't invest in the top layers of these things. What I do is I invest underneath them. Dot has the most biggest wave, the most biggest of biggest goodish waves coming, the most hugely bigly wave coming. And I think most people just don't understand what Dot is and what everything is underneath it. And so the two places I'm putting in big investments, I'm buying more Moon River right now because it's in a little bit of a dip right now. It took a big old woo, and now it's going woo. And I don't really pay attention to this right now. I think a $5 billion to $10 billion market cap is easily on the table for Moon River, if not more, because it's like ETH 2.0, except it actually works. And the other place I just put a lot of money into is RMRK. which I'm going to call remark because that makes more sense to my caveman brain. I don't like saying words the right way, as you guys know. And I invested a lot in this because this is like the biggest NFT play. I think they're going to be doing a lot of things in the metaverse and DOT. And I think, honestly, a $1 billion market cap is easy on the table right here. And the thing that really gets me going about this, it's one of the few NFT metaverse projects, or could be a metaverse project, that is going to fall into all this hype that's going on, but also doesn't have a massive diluted market cap. You can see the market cap is the diluted market cap. This means there's not going to be anything pounding it as it tries to grow. This is absolutely huge. It is absolutely huge. So tying on to that, those are kind of like middle tier picks for me. Now if we're getting into the kind of more degenerate stuff, which in my opinion is gaming crypto. And we're in such a good position here in gaming crypto, which I'm really excited about. So guys, we've been investing in gaming crypto since August. We've made life-changing gains already. And if you were with me last video, when we were all super up, you should have been taking profits. I have taken so many profits in gaming crypto because, I mean, these parabolic rises we saw were just not sustainable, okay? So we called Altura at 1 cent, okay? It got up to 45 cents. You got to take profits when that happens, guys, okay? A lot of people were buying in right here saying, get in it, whatever. No, we took profits right here. And you can see right now, everything's starting to cool off because we saw Facebook get in. We saw all these big companies get in. There isn't a single big company that is not thinking about the metaverse right now. There just isn't. So we saw this hype and this whole big rise happen, and then everything made a ton of money, and hopefully you took profits. You know, we called Cetify at $1. Everything we've been talking about the last few months, guys, is up 10x. Now it's cooling off. That's what happens in crypto. So what does this mean? If you took profits or you're looking to get in the game in crypto, this is the time, okay? Because what's going to happen right here is all the people that just FOMO'd into it are going to be FOMOing out of it because they're idiots. The amount of retail investors, that are in this space right now is insane, okay? People that haven't even had their first 30% dip. Trust me. These people are going to crap their pants when we hit our first 30% dip, and all of gaming crypto, all these things, they're going to get eviscerated for a short time. But here's the thing you need to understand about gaming crypto. Do you think like Facebook's done with the metaverse? Do you think all these companies are getting in NFTs and all this big stuff that's happening in gaming crypto? All the big gaming companies have said NFTs and blockchain games are the future. Do you think they're just going to stop? Do you think they're going to be like, oh, you know, that was cool last week, but we were just doing a thought of blow at a party and sending out all these tweets. We take it all back. No, that's not going to happen. What's going to happen is these are going to continue to dip maybe a little bit, and you're going to have another phenomenal buying opportunity. And we're going to do the same thing all over again when EA or Facebook or, you know, Carrot Top announces their next big thing. So really, I'm just buying these up all over again. Okay? So I don't want to go through every gaming crypto I've ever mentioned because if you look at my last videos, there's an endless amount of gaming crypto coins that I've picked. If you go and look at my gaming crypto guide, it talks about exactly how to buy gaming cryptos and do your research in these things. There's so many very cool games coming out on here that you can just get into right now very early in this cool off. For example, gaming IDOs like last week were going and doing very just insane numbers. Now they're not. Okay, so Good Game Guild, for example, is a conglomerate of games that only did like a 10x from IDO. Phenomenal buying point. Because if we look at things like Vulcan Forge, which we're super invested in this channel, again, gaming conglomerate, done massive things, gone huge. Good Game Guild is very similar to that. And again, I'm a big fan of Vulcan Forge, massive supporter there. And we look at things like Yield Guild games, that's what they're obviously going for right there. And that's what we want to be investing in. There's been nothing that's delivered better returns than these ones right here. We got Gala Games, Yield Guild Games, Vulcan Forge. We want to look for companies like that, okay? And there's so many games that are coming out like Sidious, Monkey Ball, Phantom Galaxy, Dagami, that I'm going to be talking about in other videos and upcoming project-focused videos. I'm just not going to cover in this video because we'll go for like 45 minutes. That if you just get in now, when everything's cooling off, like, so that's my first piece of advice to you. Watch these things when they're starting to cool off. And if you've been looking for that buy point, there we go. Look at my gaming portfolio video. Everything's going to do, it's just going to go down and go up again. Now let's talk about some specific coins right here. So looking at all these coins right now, Sandbox, Decentraland, and Axie, the rises have gotten to a point where I'm not comfortable investing in them anymore. Axie is a single game. Decentraland is a single game. Sandbox is a single game. We were calling Sandbox on this channel when it was at like 1/5 of the price it's at right now. I'm not exactly sure where we started buying it at. I take those profits on Sandbox. Okay. Why? Look, I'm not saying that this isn't going higher. I'm saying if we're looking for 10, 20x gains and like, I don't know. I just think these are way too high for single games. Engine coin could lead the way in the entire marketplace because it's like the infrastructure that everything's based on, or everything could be based on. And so Engine coin could just go nuclear, and a $10 billion market cap in gaming crypto is totally on the table if we're looking at more conservative bets. Ultra, again, we talked about this last video. It went parabolic slightly a little bit after last video. Why? Steam is in a bad position. Valve is an ancient, outdated company, and they're rejecting the NFT and crypto wave. Ultra is like Steam for blockchain. It's just a no-brainer in my opinion. Those are more conservative bets. Again, we want another good conservative bet. Cetify has just always paid off. We talked about this last video. I said we're going to do some nutty things. Shot up to $10. Okay, we called this thing at $1. Okay, might need a little bit of time to cool off, but honestly, I think $7 to $8 is a good buy point for Cetify, in my opinion. D-Race down right now. Again, this is just always such a good consistent buy. Okay, whenever this thing goes down, I just scoop it up because we're probably going to see a $10, $15 D-Race. If they nail and deliver, it's going to be a $1 billion market cap game. It just is. And that's a clean, nice, nasty 10x for you. Congratulations. Take it home. Rub it in your friend's face at Christmas dinner. And I must stress, guys, these are my opinions on this. I must always stress, there's a chance all of this goes to hell. This is not financial advice. I have to lay that in. And these are not price predictions you should aim for. This is just me generally rambling at you. And you should do massive research on these things and understand this could go the complete opposite direction really fast if Bitcoin takes a dive here. And Definia is really cooling off as well. And I think Definia is going to be huge. You know, I don't want to recap every coin I've ever talked about on this channel, but we're seeing all these microcaps really start to dive down right here. As soon as who's who, or what's his face, or Batman, or whoever next gets in the metaverse, there's going to be more big news. Google's going to get into it. Facebook's already getting into it. We're going to see TikTok. We're going to see everybody getting into the metaverse. There's going to be some more big news coming, guaranteed. And we're going to see all these things do the same exact nutty thing they did before, just go even higher. Okay? And so you want to be positioned for that, because I want to remind you, these things were doing this for the longest time. Okay, you go look at Illuvium. You had months and months and months to get into these things right here. Okay, now we're probably about to have another downtrend. You're going to have more time to get into these things and capitalize on it all over again. And so that's my overall view of the market right now, guys. The takeaways for this video is, one, be aware that Bitcoin is going to do these 30% dips. I was shocked on Twitter yesterday. People acting like I was saying their grandmother's out beating children and selling drugs to fifth graders when I mentioned like, hey, 48K to 55K could happen. People are like, what? No, chances of that are very low. I'm like, what the f is wrong with you people? This is what Bitcoin has been doing for years. This is like Bitcoin's stick. This is like its holiday special trademark. So be aware of that. And if that happens, these alts are going to get knocked out. And it's going to give you a fantastic buying opportunity if you believe this market is going to 150K. I do. But boy, I am cautious. I am cautious. Next thing, I gave you the top coins to put into those top layer ones. Those nice consistent bets with some my big bets are all underneath the DOT ecosystem on those top layer coins. I think they're awesome. And I think those ones are like the good, safe 10Xs, if there's such a thing. And then finally, if I'm going to be investing in anything looking for those parabolic games, it's going to be gaming crypto. Because again, the market cap of like all gaming crypto, not the fully diluted, the undiluted market cap, it's less than the market cap of like Doge and SHIB. It's just so small, and this is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry. We are so insanely early, and so I'm just looking at everything that's coming out of it, all the small caps, anything that's being missed, scooping it up like a madman. As always, guys, follow me on Twitter at CSS Becker because I announce coins and projects I'm getting into much, much sooner on there. And I got nothing.